Is it going? All right, perfect. It's going. All right. So you did apply for your license yesterday.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. Have you checked it this morning?
I didn't check it this morning. It was in process yesterday.
It was in process.
Yeah,
okay.
last night.
You want to check it since you don't have any type of background. You want to check that like in the morning, then mid-afternoon, and then once like right by 5. As soon as that license, as soon as you see it says approved, take a picture.
Okay.
And then send it to me. You can send it via text message because the quicker that we get this contract done and that license approved, the quicker we're out in the field having fun making money. And that's fine. We can take a look at it later. But what we're going to do is I've sent you what's called an invite. Did you get that in your email?
I got something, but it was from
Mr.
Taylor.
It wasn't from me. It would have been an AIL invite of some sort. Do you have that?
Yes, I will look for that. It says right here, AIL Gent Admin. That's the only thing I got, and that was from.
Yeah, invitation. Yep, that's
that one.
That is the one.
Okay.
Perfect. So we're going to want to save that one because we're coming back to that, and it's marked always as an invitation, not from like me or Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is going to bring up this contract for you.
Okay.
Okay. Now when the contract starts, it will bring up your application for union membership.
Okay.
We're all a part of the union. Our union dues are $29 a month. I think it's like the third paycheck that they come out of, so you don't have to mail it in or anything. That's for our union membership. Now, fill out just the union membership. Really important is going to be this voter deduction authorization fund.
$5.
Yeah, the $5 exactly. This is basically what keeps our PR team happy, and this keeps our leads coming in for us because we don't ever want to come to a point where we actually have to pay for those.
Oh, no. Exactly.
So we'll let Mr. Taylor absorb that cost. But the $5 only do the $5.
Okay.
You want to contribute more, do it to a charitable organization.
All right.
This is going to be for, excuse me, for any stocks that you want. If you want to do stock purchases now, perfect. If you want to wait until down the road, wait till down the road and we'll explain them to you.
Okay.
Actually, Mr. Taylor is a great one to explain those. And then this is going to be your beneficiaries. Now, this is not for your beneficiaries through the life insurance that you have with us as a group coverage. This is for your renewals allocation, the ones that we talked about that'll get
like
dispersed.
Retirement.
Yep, your retirement, your residual income, the legacy that you get to leave on. And so what you want to do is put your direct beneficiary. So this is going to be your primary.
Okay.
Okay, now if you put more than one person here, say that you put your husband and then
the 2 kids.
the 2 kids, then it will all get distributed to them
1/3
equally.
Okay.
So if we want to have a primary and then we want to split the rest up in contingents, that means that your husband would have to pass
and then the
before. Absolutely.
Hey, that was on the test.
Nailed that one. All right. So then this is for the allocation of the beneficiaries.
Okay.
Then we're going to go down. This is your contract, the obligations of you, the limitation of authority, and you'll get all this emailed to you. Just read through all of that contract. Basically says, like on the commissions, there's never going to be a time where you and I will go into a house and I say, Amy, let's just put this in my name and I'll go ahead and give you $100 on Friday.
Okay.
No. We start out a presentation in your name, that's your sale because it's under your ID number.
Okay.
We start off in my name, it's my sale. There will never be a time where it's going to be let's split commissions on the kind of on the back. Everything as you learned in the classes, there's no split commissions on that. Then it's going to talk about excuse me, confidential information. We deal with very secure information, social security numbers, bank accounts, health information, HIPAA forms. This is just saying that there's never going to be a time where you're going to share that information at the dinner table or out on Friday night at Texas Roadhouse.
Right.
These are very protected information. All seems like common sense, but you'd be surprised that common sense isn't really all that
Since
common.
I come from healthcare, I kind of get it.
You get it. And then this is your non-compete. This is your license. You own it. But then again, let's not be signing up our old members and don't let the 2 companies ever intermix. We're not an umbrella company. We are specifically American Income Life, a Torchmark company. So we have our own stuff and we sell our own stuff. Then let's see here. All that. This is your commission again for the first 90 days. excuse me, for the first 60 days, you'll be on a 50% contract with a 75% advance. After that, it'll be a 60% contract with a 65% advance. Again, if we talked about leadership, moving up in the ranks, getting higher advances, higher commissions, and then off of your team here in the very, very near future. Okay, this is just going over, workman's compensation, things like that. We're independent contractors, so if you fall down and break your arm, we'll bring you a casserole, but we're not going to cut you a check.
Right.
And the good thing is you can still type with the other hand.
Yes.
Duty of care, or confidentiality, disclosure, and then we're going to get into the union. This tells you all about our union. You'll be getting a union card in the mail.
Okay.
I would suggest laminating that and carrying it with you, since we deal with union members. We are the only 100% union exclusive company, so our members really like to see that.
Try to put you on an even keel.
Absolutely, 100%. You're a brother and sister instead of a salesperson to a client, which nobody likes salespeople. Now, our group life beneficiary, this is for your $20,000.
Okay.
So even though it appears as you'd put your name here, that's not where it goes. So this would be like your husband's name, if you want to put him or the children.
Okay.
Their name, their relationship to you, and then it's going to electronically let you sign it and date it. This is your personal information. This is going to say that you have never had a life insurance license before, and then how we found you. Now, we found you off of your resume online. So you'd click this button, which says RMS.
Okay.
Okay, so click on that, fill all that out. Then this is your employment. Now, I know you went through that yesterday in the state with the 5 years. Lucky for you,
I did the 5 years, so I didn't have to do multiples.
You've been gainfully employed for the past 5 years. So just put that one on here, and then you'll sail through that. Some people have a little bit harder time because they're in between jobs and schools and things like that. You're good. Your family information, if you want to fill that out, put your family information down on there. This is your employment history.
Do you need all of that even though you have a resume?
Yes, but just put the basic information that you have in there. This is just going to be used for your file. And then this is for your W-9 for your tax purposes. Obviously, you don't have an employer identification number, so you'll put in your Social Security. And this is all your tax information. Again, all this is going to be emailed to you, so you can keep it in a safe place. A lot of tax stuff. Why don't Uncle Sam just say, I'm taking your money. Have a good day. All right. And then this is our consumer notification authorization. This is going through the reporting agency saying that you haven't come to American Income Life and you've had a million other companies that you've worked for, and you don't owe other companies money as far as insurance goes. Confidentiality, memorandum agreement, again, saying that we're not taking our members' information and passing it on to anybody else. This is our union sexual harassment policy and procedure. Again, common sense. No means no, stop means stop. If you ever feel like you're being sexually harassed by anyone, and that's from a member right on up to a member of the management staff, please come to us. On the flip side, if anybody feels that way towards you, then they'll come to us, and we just have a zero tolerance for that. We're all family, we all love each other, we all get along, but nobody wants to be uncomfortable, especially not in the workplace. Social media and digital asset policy. We do a lot of social media and online recruiting and things like that. I don't know if are you on my Facebook? No? You want to hop on there and see, we do a lot of positive messages, things like that. But there are certain do's and don'ts guidelines of what we can and can't do. Again, basically common sense. And if you want to do any social media advertising or anything like that, just let us know. Social media, Come here. Then at the end, it's going to give you a spot where you can sign all of the things electronically.
Okay,
so
that's what I was going to ask you.
Did you read this? And you just check off all those boxes, and then it'll let you grab it either with a mouse or your finger and sign on and hit enter, and it'll sign everything.
Oh, okay.
And then print you a copy. So you don't have to print it out and sign it and scan it and email it. It's all electronic.
That's what I was going to ask.
Things that I don't understand.
They're like that nowadays.
They are. So that is the contract. Now, we got it on the email. So when you get home after you go out to Salina, fill that out. Check on your license. As soon as you get the license approved, again, send a picture to me. But as soon as the contract's complete, send a picture to me, and that will trigger Mr. Taylor to kind of go over it, make sure everything's correct, and sign off on it, and get it to corporate. At that point, as soon as everything gets approved, then you're out with me.
Okay.
We're having fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Now the fun begins. We have a process
Okay.
that is contract to car
Okay.
that we do. Now, remember when we went through our initial interview, I said that as soon as you pass the test, I'm
Yes.
going to give you our $1 million presentation.
Mhm.
This is what we say in a house to everyone every single time.
Okay.
But I'm not just going to hand it all to you. We're going to go over a good way to learn it.
Okay.
Joe, can you bring me a highlighter, please? Never mind, lies. I have one. Yeah. Then there's that. We're going to do pink.
Okay.
Because you made me
That's what I was
nervous.
thinking my next cast will be if I have to get recast.
That's pink one.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with the initial, of course, when we go into the home.
Sure.
We're going to build rapport with our members.
Yeah.
70, it says 40% of what we do is rapport building, but really 100% is
Oh.
rapport building.
It's all about customer service.
Absolutely. So if our members don't know, like, and trust us, it doesn't matter if we're selling diamonds
Oh,
for
exactly.
$1. They don't care, and you
gotta
know
treat
that.
people
We-
like people, yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll start out with I want you to focus on this box for now. We'll go to
Okay.
the other boxes here. But when the client says, what's this all about? Oh, well, this is about the group mail out to the members and the benefits that they're entitled to. Is this the first time you mailed it back? Yes, it is. Well, then let me start from the beginning
Mhm.
and tell you what this is all about. So this is kind of our
Okay.
intro. And then we're going to go through the intro to the lead type video, which tells them who we are, why we're here, and that video explains why their company decided to work with us. Then we're going to go into our company's culture. I'm sure one of the reasons that you fell in love with our company is for what we do in the community.
Yeah, actually it is.
And that's what we do. We share career opportunities,
Mhm.
we have the food banks,
Yes.
and we help people. And then we're going to go into our first no-cost benefit. And I've
Okay.
made you a package of all of your no-cost benefits, just so, I don't know if I know you're kind of a visual learner
Yeah.
too. So our first no-cost benefit is going to be their accidental death and
Okay.
dismemberment benefit. Right, their primary beneficiary here, their two contingents go on the back. We explain our referral program.
Okay.
Next, we'll go into our Child Safe Kit. Now, the Child Safe Kit, remember the
Yes.
old ones that we said that would get
Yes.
lost, filed away, things like that? These are what we give to only people who are like 90 plus who still have home phones and flip phones.
Okay.
These are the actual paper kits, and then this is
Otherwise
what we
it's
say
online.
to them. Other than that, it's the Child Safe mobile app,
Yeah.
which they'll have this to
Okay.
put on the fingerprints. So you'll notice on here that there's two separate things that we say. One for people that have the smartphone,
Mhm.
and one for the people that don't, but we
Okay.
intro them exactly the same way. And then after that, we go into our health services discount card. That's the one that saves up to 60% on the vision, hearing, prescriptions, and chiropractic.
And we get that ourselves.
Yes, and before you leave, we'll fill out for
Okay.
that, absolutely. Okay, so this will be the health services discount card. We explain that, collect our referrals after that. Then, if they are over 60,
Mm-hmm.
we are giving every single person 3 no-cost benefits.
Okay.
So for under 60, all 3 of these. For over 60, we always do the accidental death and dismemberment.
Mhm.
We always do the child safe for kids and grandkids.
Okay.
But for over 60, we're going to do the MedFax and memorial guides,
Okay.
which are these. And these are the vitally important documents used to store and record all their medical information,
Mm-hmm.
and then their preferences for their final wishes. So this is over 60,
Okay.
and it's right there. Okay, now after all of the no-cost benefits are done,
Mhm.
now we've collected quite a few referrals. And the referrals are the people that we're going to see next.
Okay.
Okay, so we let them know out of all the people that you sponsored, please, first of all, help them know. We send them out a text message to make it easy for them so they can just forward that to them.
Okay.
We let them pick their person that needs it the most.
Okay.
Then we call that person while we're there in their home.
Mhm.
We put them on our schedule for the next couple days.
Okay.
Easiest sale you'll ever make in your life.
Oh.
Then we go through the prep and referrals. But right here, day 1, got this all mapped out.
Okay.
Day 1 is going to be from the What's This All About,
Mm-hmm.
right down to the MedFax and memorial guides. Now, do you know what a tick is, or a tally mark?
I call it a tickler file, but yeah.
A little tick mark, like 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, like you're counting off.
Yeah, like you're counting
Oh,
off.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So once you get through this all the way to here,
Mhm.
that's day 1, and that's 25%.
Of
This is
completion.
all I want you to focus on day 1. Read it fluid, read it out loud, do it by yourself. This is how it sinks in
Mhm.
with the memorization.
Okay.
For every time you go through this, put one little tick on here.
All right.
At the end of day 1, you'll have 100 little tick marks on that sheet. and you'll have this done. You look confused.
Holy cow, that's a lot of ticks.
It's a lot of ticks. It actually will be about 6 hours a day. The first day is the longest, and then the other days go a little bit smooth sailing. But the first day is the longest. So let's designate that time, and we're gonna pull up kind of a calendar and a timeline of what works for you.
Okay.
Not on my expectations, but what works for your schedule.
Right.
So we can do this. Now, at the end of each day, once you're done with the 100 tick sheets,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna send a picture
Well, you're big on sending pictures to Amanda.
to Amanda. Well, the way that we look at it, this is a very simple process, but it's also very orchestrated. It's a process. Don't put the pressure on you. Put the
Right.
pressure on this.
Okay.
And as long as you go through exactly how we know that it works,
I'll be successful, right?
you will be. But if you're not, whose fault is that if you do this? If you're not successful after
I
that,
guess it's yours.
then it's mine. But if you do it your way
Okay.
and you don't,
Then
then it's yours.
okay.
So go through this, do the little ticks,
Got
100
it.
of them, and send a picture, and then send that to me every night, and then I get it
Okay.
to Mr. Taylor and then our regional director. You know, just making sure that not only are you holding yourself accountable, but then we're all held accountable too for your success 100%. Like I promised you in the beginning, you do
I need to be
everything,
successful.
and we will help
I'm
you.
banking everything on this job. so-
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, so day 2, we're going to start off, that'll be the referral collection through the read-off letter,
Okay.
which is when we send out the text, get the referrals, and then we're going to let them know, this gets into kind of the meat and potatoes.
Okay.
Every member who mails back that card, we see them separately. Why? Everyone's different.
Sure.
So, then we're going to play a video that's going to explain to them in simple terms the needs for the benefits. Then we're going to go through our needs analysis survey with them. This needs analysis is going to put their information into the computers
Mhm.
and also with their income that they make so we can find out exactly what they need.
Right.
So this is where 50% stops. So you
Okay.
notice the first one was a little bit bigger.
Oh yeah, this is short.
This one is definitely shorter.
Okay.
So we're going to go through all that. That's the end of day 2. Again, your ticks and your thing. Now, after your first day of
Mhm.
all the tick sheets, the next morning, we're going to get on what's called a Zoom meeting. Joe will show you how to, that thing. And we're going to kind of go over the presentation together, make sure everything is good to go.
Okay.
And then, because we don't want to move on to day 2 until day 1 is good. So we're kind of going to do a presentation evaluation.
Okay.
Then day 3, we'll start with the mandatory read-off letter. That's the letter that their union tells them that they're
Okay,
making
yeah,
a
you showed
decision
us
today.
that.
All the way down to the final expense, the income protection, mortgage protection, college education, accident, and then we do a review with them, and that's when we ask them the end closing question. Which option works best for you?
Mhm.
So this is going to be our 75%. Again, send the ticks, we'll do the thing the next morning.
Okay.
Now, all of this is going to be read kind of in one fluid motion because that's how we say it in-house. But with the rebuttals, there's 11 of just the top rebuttals that we use. There's
Kind of like a fact sheet.
thousands,
Mhm.
but we're never going to spit off 11 rebuttals to someone at the same time in the same house or we get kicked out.
Okay.
So these we want to take separately. So just the premium's not your problem, it's a solution to your problem. If you can't pay today while you're still working and it's pennies on the dollar, how's your spouse supposed to afford it when it's dollar for dollar and you're dead and gone?
Okay.
One tick.
Wow.
We do those, each one.
Okay.
And this is just kind of like your arsenal. I mean, you never go to a gunfight with a gun without bullets in it. It just doesn't make sense. These
Right.
are our bullets. This is what we use because, through the needs analysis, they're agreeing it makes sense. They're telling us why it makes sense. But at the end, there's going to be the I can't afford it. I want to
Mhm.
think about it. I can't take on anything else right now. And these are just our core foundation of what we use to overcome those objections.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to have you stop right here. Don't worry about this thing.
Okay.
So this is 100%. 100%, you're good to go. At the end of that 4th day, you've got the entire thing front to back, and then we're going to graduate you to what's called the E-app. The E-app is the software that we use,
Mhm.
and when we say a little thing, we press a button, the video explains it all for us.
Okay.
We recap it, we say something else, the video plays it all again for us. So that's kind of our little helper
Okay.
that we use in the house because we're not spouting off all this at one time. The videos give you time to catch your breath and
Mhm.
say, what in the world do I say next? And again, keeping in mind that I'm with you every step of the way
Okay.
when we're in a house in training, because when you mess up, and you will, we've
Oh.
always fell flat on our face. It's okay. That's why you got one of us there.
You're like, I'm in training.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people are really sensitive to that. Sometimes they'll look at us like, you big bad trainers, she's new, leave her alone. And you build a better rapport with them.
The other
than we
thing
do.
is they don't know what you're supposed to say anyway.
Yeah, true.
As long as we don't give them bad information, we're
That's
good
right.
to go.
Right.
All right, so here's all the no-cost benefits. So you have your visuals.
Okay.
I'm killing it on time. All right.
What day one? Is that tomorrow?
Now, that's what we're going to discuss right
Okay.
now. All right, you got your calendar with you?
Yeah.
All right. Now, ideally, we would want all of these, 4 sequential days starting today. But I know that you've got to clean out your office. I know that you've got orientation on the 21st.
Right.
So, when would you be able to devote the time to start on this?
Well, if I have all day tomorrow,
Okay?
so couldn't I just do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and be ready for orientation? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Friday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Because I have all day Monday also.
Mm-hmm. Then
And
you're
when
okay.
my orientation is,
Okay.
or the orientation's on Tuesday.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would gauge for.
Perfect.
Because Howard's got to work Saturday anyway, so I can.
So you have the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather get it done as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And then we can fine tune, polish. I can get your e-app installed, kind of put the words with music. Now, okay, and what kind of computer do you have?
I just have a Lenovo, but I don't have.
Okay. Perfect.
Everything I did was through work, so I don't even have an office suite on there because it was all remoted to work.
I
Okay,
can
do
help
you
you with
have-
that.
Okay.
Okay, Joe will help you with the
Okay.
computers.
Yeah, I don't have any.
But you have a computer that's not a Mac.
Oh no, you asked me that
Okay,
already. Yes,
perfect.
definitely.
Perfect. Just want to double, triple check. Okay, so we'll have 4 days, so we'll start tomorrow.
Okay.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. How are you, and your husband's Howard, right?
Yeah.
How are you guys on Sunday communication? Not like all day, but if I just touch
Oh
base
no,
with you.
it should be okay. He's
Okay.
got a golf tournament, so
Okay.
that's another reason why I just thought I'd do
It'd
this
probably be like
consecutive.
early afternoon after
Okay.
church, and we'll designate a time for that. Perfect, and like literally 10,
Yeah, that should
15
be
minutes.
fine.
So then what we're gonna do is every day. So we'll start with 5:17, 5:18, 5:19, 5:20, and then 5:21 will be day 5.
Yeah, that will be.
And then we'll be good to
orientation.
go, and then that's when you go down and meet Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
And everything that he says there, other than giving you the syllabus, so you have kind of the hour by hour what you're doing while you're in classroom training,
Mhm.
should all be a repeat
Okay.
of what we're doing, because I want to make sure that you're prepared.
Sure.
You're jumping from a new career.
Oh my gosh,
It's
yeah.
scary. I know you're scared to
I
death.
am just
Um,
because it's huge.
So this is not going to be so overwhelming because now
Mhm.
we've eased ourselves into it. So on tomorrow when you start, you'll send those tick sheets. So then I'll check off that those were sent,
Okay.
and then Saturday morning, you and I'll chit chat. We'll go through the first 25%, and we'll kind of gauge your progress. I'll say, okay, A to F, what do you think you did? And trust me, you're gonna probably judge yourself way harder than I will because we all do. So then we'll put a letter grade on there, and then I get it up the line to
Okay.
let Mr. Taylor and Mr. Wilson know exactly how our progress is going.
Okay.
So at the end of those 4 days, I'm like, all right, Amy, tell me your script, and you're like, now we're working a progressive change, so
Okay.
so we know, so there's no surprises. So that will be mine. All right, I know that I just shoved a lot at you.
You did.
So number 1, contract.
Yes.
As soon as you get back from Ohio, contract, take the picture, check on your license again.
Correct.
And that will get us to where we can start putting the words with music.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, now, what time are you gonna start on this tomorrow? Because I don't
As
want to
soon as
bug
I
you.
wake up.
Okay. And what time are you a waker upper?
Between 7:30 and 8 usually.
Okay. So about 8 to. Gonna take a lunch
Well, you
break.
said 6 hours at least, right?
6 hours, but you gotta eat. You gotta pee.
Those don't take very long.
We
I
do
mean-
not
And you
have the
gotta
same
take
eating
breaks.
habits. We are not the same person.
I get hyper focused and then I won't eat all day and I'll just do this. That's what I do when I studied those
Oh,
tests.
okay.
That's why I was getting 100% on them because I had it completely
Yeah, because
memorized.
you kind
I'm
of
real
went
anal.
through that. Okay.
But I mean, that's 8 to 2 is exactly 6 hours.
8 to 2? Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll get those sheets by 3 o'clock if
Yes.
you decide to take
yeah,
a breath.
in case something happens, right?
Perfect. And then now you said that Howard's going to work on
Saturday.
a Saturday. So when are we going to be able to?
It'll be the same time
8 to
frame.
2, and
Yeah.
then Sunday when he's golfing, you sleeping in or you
maybe 9.
9? So like 9 to 3.
Yeah, 'cause he golfs at 11:30, so
Okay, and then on the 20th on Monday.
I'm open all day Monday, so
Open.
probably the same 8
So
to
8 to 2?
2. Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. And we'll plan a little breakup call since I'm in the field. Now, Saturday will be
Mhm.
perfect because I can touch base with you after I
After
get
you're
out of the
done. Mhm.
field. So probably about
On the way to the ball game.
4-ish
Yeah,
on the
on the
way
way to
to
the
the
ball
ball
game.
game.
Yeah.
And then on
You got a ball game?
yeah, we actually had our best month ever last month.
Oh, good.
And so,
So you're all
Mr.
going
Taylor's
somewhere?
taking us all to Victory Field down in Indy to watch a game.
Oh, awesome.
We have so much fun things. I
That's
cannot wait for you
awesome.
to come. So we'll do Fridays on Saturday about 4.
Okay.
Sunday, after I get out of church, usually like 12 or 1, we'll
That's
touch
fine.
base then, take a little break. Monday's definitely going to have to be earlier in the morning, probably like right before you start,
Okay.
because Monday's a little crazy around here.
Okay.
And then Tuesday morning, before you go down to Indy, we can do the final thing. Before that,
Yeah, this is at 10.
that is at 10. All
So
right.
anytime before that, like
Test
8 to 10 or
off
something.
at 10.
Well, yeah,
So
I'll
I'll
have to
probably
leave
be calling you about 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah, that's
discuss
fine.
that
I'll just make sure I'm up.
day or two before 8 or 9,
Okay.
because I don't want to interfere with and
Yeah,
then
that's-
me. Amy,
Let's hope for good things. that
what
it's-
happens
I'll
next?
have to get another one on.
Just slide it right off. All right, perfect. So that is a perfect schedule. Joe, can you make a copy of this?
I indeed can.
Thank you very much. All right, and you're gonna have a million questions, and you know I'm always here. But any ones that you can think of off the top of your head on what happens next.
Well, I'm just like the computer. Do I need to purchase like an office suite, or what do I need to get on my computer so it's
Oh
compatible?
no, just Windows 10,
Okay,
and you can download that for free.
I can.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and yes, 100%.
Okay.
We can download that absolutely for
Okay.
free.
Do I need to bring that into him?
Bring the computer with you when you go down to Indianapolis.
Okay.
So they can install the program.
Okay.
So bring that on Tuesday,
Okay.
and right at about that time is you don't live far from here, do you?
No, it only took me about 11, 12 minutes to get here.
You know what? On Monday, it may prove good for you
Mhm.
just to come in. We'll do a instead
Oh,
of
and
the
do that,
Zoom,
and then start my homework after that.
and then Joe
Okay.
can do your computer while we're doing
Okay.
that. Absolutely.
That's fine.
That may prove better.
Do you want
If you
schedule it?
can you be here at 9?
Mhm.
Can you be here at 9 on Monday?
Monday?
Thank you. All right, let's put you in Monday, which is the
Yeah.
20th.
Yep,
Okay, Monday.
at 9.
Amy,
Okay, okay.
9 computer. Perfect.
Got it.
So we'll do the day.
Yeah, so it might
Do
be a
one,
little
do
off
two.
time frame wise.
So we'll do day 2, day 3. But it'll be day 3 that we'll go through Monday when you come in, and he'll be working on your computer,
yeah,
and
then-
you can just install the app while you're here.
Awesome.
Perfect. And then you'll have it, and by that time you'll be ready to put the words of music. So
The stuff that you do for your phone
Mhm.
that you showed me, will that be something he puts in my phone also?
As soon as
actually
we
a
get
website
everything
that
improved,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and we'll
Okay.
show you how to use that all through training,
Awesome.
and you will be good to go.
Okay.
So we got a copy of this. We're good to go. Any questions?
Yeah,
please
I
give
don't-
me
I don't
a
have any
call.
trouble calling you.
I know.
You're very responsive.
Unless it's technical, and then call me.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know
And
that
let me
already.
get you Joe's number too, in case you do
Okay.
have. If you want to just switch numbers, I'll wrap up with them. All right, guys, we good? Now you have a great day. Bye bye.
Oh.
All right.
See you, Lauren.
And I don't want to mess this up.
So Joe,
Joe Newland.
260.
hold on,
Oh,
I'll get
go
your
ahead.
old name in there. And this is, I'll just put with Taylor Group, so.